中粮联行北京分公司以及华北区感谢大家在百忙之中能够出席今天的活动，也希望今天我们这个研讨会的议题能够在今后对您开展业务带来帮助。
I'm going to begin by saying that change is all around us. In fact, the pace at which markets continue to develop and evolve is happening faster than ever. So fast, in fact, that we are imminently entering a new era, a new unknown space where the familiar is increasingly slipping behind us. As we step into the future and face complex challenges, our progress is critical as our actions will be responsible for reshaping our cities and our property markets.
Well, I think this event has been a huge success because it's really allowed us to explore the topic in greater depth. I think there's a lot of interest these days in what makes a better office to work in. I think that expectations have changed a lot in the last few years, and they're going to continue to change. And so when I and the rest of the team worked on the research for this project, it was an exciting journey of learning to really find out about all these things that people care about and all the things that we can potentially do to make it, to try to advance the industry. Because really what we're all about here is we want to see Beijing and the quality of office buildings make the next leap into the future. I think the last 5 to 10 years have been good, but to really make that next leap as a world city, then we're going to need to see more investment in all these things that make good workplaces and good offices.
So, in other words, this is meaning that buildings are becoming more environmentally friendly as normal practice, saying that people typically or traditionally thought of green buildings as expensive.
Hi, this is Matt Clifford from JLL Energy and Sustainability Services. I'm at our client event in Beijing today where I've been speaking about future buildings and the role of technology in the rollout of that. I've been talking about 3 key trends which relate to green buildings, smart buildings and healthy workplaces. Interestingly, I see these trends really accelerating in China and in Asia in particular over the next 10 or 15 years. And in quite a few areas, there's an opportunity for China to really be the market leader. So to take one particular example, WELL, which is an International Well Building Institute rating scheme focusing on health and wellness within buildings, has several hundred projects registered worldwide. Around 1/3 of those are right here in China. So over the coming years, I expect that that trend is going to continue. Along with the focus on more traditional green building features like energy efficiency, greenhouse gas efficiency, and water. So the event that we've held today has been really fantastic. We've had around about 200 guests here with us in the room today, plus a live streaming, which thankfully I realized after the event had about 5,000 people online. So I'm glad that I realized that after I'd finished saying what I had to say. I might have been a little bit nervous otherwise, but it's been a great event with some great turnout from clients across a broad range of JLL departments, and it's really been a very professional setup. So well done, JLL.
我们将在10月底的时候呢发布一个详尽的白皮书，那到时候大家可以再通过互联网或者是我们的官微去下载这份报告。好，那我们今天呢，我今天会跟大家讨论3个主要的主题。第一个呢就是联合办公到底是什么？我想对于联合办公的这个概念呢，很多人可能就是有一个误解。那我今天想跟大家分享一下，到底真正的联合办公的定义是什么？我觉得这次的活动办得非常成功，尤其是看到了在网上就是观看这个直接播放的那个人数这么高，我其实非常开心。那希望其他的那个城市或者是其他国家的 JLL Office 在办活动的时候，绝对必须要考虑用多媒体的方式把我们的讯息传播出去。
How do you absorb that information, then apply it into the projects and the workspaces that you're working on?
Talking about today's event and the creation of it, I think we have to take a step back, and we're looking at how Beijing has grown over the past 12 years that I've been here and matured as an office market. But it's not just stopping there. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to advance. as technologies change and as the corporate atmosphere changes. And so it's important that we continue to adapt to these changes as a way of remaining relevant, as well as perhaps leading the wave of change on a global basis. It's great to see how a lot of these new technologies actually can help us connect and communicate with the world at large, not just have a direct impact on the 200 or so individuals that were in this room. As things continue, I would like to see more events like this grow, and to get more feedback from the greater business community at large, as well as from our colleagues around the region, around the world, because it really is looking at things from a global perspective and then applying it on a local basis.
Well, I think it's a really great opportunity to for information exchange and to understand the research and insight provided to us by our peers and also people in other related disciplines. I mean, often when we work on projects, of course we consider the needs of the end users. Of course we work together with the developer, but when you're under pressure of deadlines, with restrictions of budget and site, you're not always able to deliver what you think are the optimum outcomes. So I think these kinds of events offer us a good opportunity to reflect upon what are the kinds of best practices to achieve the best possible workspaces for the future.
I think the event is excellent. I'm not quite familiar with Beijing. I am coming to Beijing quite often, but I'm not a local guy. But I feel this event can give me more insight into the market. So I'm really enjoying it. I would like to participate more in the future.
JLL is a sophisticated service provider. Knows the real estate market in China globally better than any other firm in the world. The resources that they have far surpass the competition. They know the business, they know how to bring value to the clients, they do it in an ethical manner, they're responsive, they're accurate, they know the market, and that's something that brings a lot of value to the companies that need real estate services.
I think this event was fantastic because it brought together a great collection of some of our Chinese clients, and it also laid out the roadmap for Beijing over the next 5-10 years. So my expectations and what's getting me excited about Beijing is the quality of stock that's going to come onto the market and the pull that's going to have both with the local Chinese occupiers as well as the overseas occupiers from our multinational clients as they look to come into Beijing and hopefully take on more space.
I'm from real estate Volkswagen, and yeah, I'm on the client side. We work with JLL for a long time, and yeah, I was really interested. I was quite impressed of the whole event, the questions, the people that came in, invitation. Like, it was really quite informative for us to use as a user and as a client to work with JLL in future and take all the information as a privilege and an advantage for all the future coming projects.
我觉得这个活动主要的一个想法就是希望能够把我们最新的研究的材料和我们的一些市场的分析，那么给我们的客户分享。那么这也就是这次我们除了请了很多的客户到现场以外呢，我们特意也是第一次采用网上直播的方式，能够希望有更多的我们的客户能够看到我们的最新的研究的报告和资讯。我觉得整个的活动应该说非常的完美，因为一个是很多的客户，大家有很多的交流，因为其实中央联航的客户活动应该在业界里边是非常知名的。知名的原因是因为我们的很多的客户是利用这个机会，能够跟大家一起的一个互动和找到新老朋友。那么第二一个呢，也是采用了网上直播的形式，我看到很多的现场的一些朋友呢，也都参与到这种互动之中来，所以我觉得这也是一个非常好的传统和现代以及科技的一个结合。我觉得今年在这样一个变革的时代，实际上我们将会继续的加大这个整个的投入，特别是对于客户的服务和客户需求的一个投入。那么更重要一点呢，这也是为什么我们这次做了这样的一些活动，因为我们要把最好的这种资讯和最前沿和最前瞻性的一些市场信息分享给我们的客户。 所以呢，也就是我们希望在下半年，包括在明年，在经济越是有挑战的时候呢，我们应该花更大的力度去支持我们客户的需求，能够帮助他们在无论是物业，包括是租赁，还有包括楼宇的收购，各个方面能够提供最好的服务。